Yeah, I mean, this point, I mean, that was this for me was kind of indicative of how the night had been going for Rafa. I mean, doesn't do an awful lot, but airtime for Medvedev, and just crushes the backhand down the line. At that particular point, you think, well, Rafa with the overhead, just a stunning get from Daniil, and the writing at this particular point feels like it's on the wall.
Well, you said at that point that surely is the decisive point, the defining moment. Medvedev's
Shows what I know.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, I think your co-commentators, I must give them a mention at this point. In fact, you can give them a mention because they played a part, of course, in your commentary booth.
Yeah, Brad Stein and Fitzy. I think Brad said something along the lines like he's just about to nail the lid on the coffin here or something.
Exactly.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along those lines.
I've got it all down. Listen, we'll come back to your commentary at the end of the show as well. But I don't want to praise you too much, Mark. But I do think that the commentary from you and your colleagues, Brad Stein and John Fitzgerald, I think needs to be something that's mentioned. I mean, the video's got like almost 3 million views on YouTube. The match is 10 months old, so in another 10 years that will probably go up, a lot, let's say. And also, of course, that's not including Eurosport views. That's not including the millions and maybe a lot more than that were watching live at the time in English. The commentaries that you gave will be the memories from the fans. The expressions like decisive point, defining moment, miracle in Melbourne, we've already mentioned it. As you said as well, Medvedev's got the hammer and nails out and about to put the lid on the coffin. I think that may well be Brad who said that, but apologies if it was John or maybe.
No, it was Brad.
It was Brad,
it was definitely Brad, yeah.
And so
because I think he said in the fifth set something along the line. He's like, he's just taken the lid off.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. And listen, Mark, I mean, you were there, but I'm telling you now, and I think I speak for hundreds of thousands and maybe many more fans, that these comments, if Rafa gets 99% of the plaudits, and rightly so, and maybe Medvedev played his part as well, maybe they can share some of that. But the memories will also be augmented, let's say that, by some of the commentary, whether it was wildly wrong after 2.5 sets or not.